Roberto Carlos is considered as one of the best left-backs in the history of football and one of the greatest free-kick takers of all time. His main characteristics had been his venomous shot, his speed and his ability to help his teams both offensively and defensively. During his career he won everything with Real Madrid and the national team of Brazil. Roberto Carlos was born in São Paulo on the 10th of April of 1973. His first football steps took place with União São João in 1991. Despite playing for a less popular team and not in the top division, he was called up for the national team. In 1992 he joined Atlético Mineiro on loan, where he had a tour in Europe, getting valuable experience. His big step took place in 1993 when he joined Palmeiras. On his debut season he won both the Brazilian Championship and the Campeonato Paulista. There were already scouts from Europe interested for Roberto Carlos, but no transfer took place. His second season was successful as well, as Palmeiras won the two titles again. This time however the interest for him was much bigger, so in the summer of 1995 he joined Inter Milan. By that time he had already made over 20 international appearances, including a runners-up medal for the 1995 Copa America, and was thought to be the next big thing for Inter. He scored on his debut against Vicenza with a direct free kick, but the team finished on the disappointing 7th place. Roberto Carlos had shown good things throughout the season, but Roy Hodgson played him as a winger for most of the games. In the summer of 1996, just 1 year after he signed for Inter Milan, he joined Real Madrid, which had finished on the disappointing 6th place, failing to qualify for any European competition. Real Madrid would manage to win La Liga that season, with Roberto Carlos having an amazing season. At the end of the season he travelled with the national team of Brazil and Bolivia, where he added his first major trophy with his country, after winning the host country 3-1 on the final. In December of 1997, Brazil would also lift the Confederations Cup, with Roberto Carlos playing the whole 90 minutes of the final, on a 6-0 victory against Australia. In 1998 Real Madrid failed to retain the title as the team finished 4th. Los Blancos made it to the Champions League final however and won Juventus 1-0, lifting their 7th title and their first since 1966. By 1998, Roberto Carlos was considered as one of the best left-backs worldwide, alongside AC Milan's Paolo Maldini. In 1997 he scored an amazing curled free kick against France on a friendly game, which is still considered as an impossible goal. In the summer of 1998 he participated on his first World Cup, which took place in France. Brazil would lose 3-0 on the final though against the host nation. During the next years, Real Madrid would sign very good players, including Zidane and Fico. Until 2002 Roberto Carlos would lift one more Copa America with Brazil, one more La Liga and two more Champions Leagues. On the final of the 2002 Champions League, Roberto Carlos provided both assists to Raúl and Zidane as Real Madrid won Bayer Leverkusen 2-1. In 2002, Brazil traveled to South Korea and Japan for the World Cup. Roberto Carlos started the two first games, where Brazil won against Turkey and China, and was rested on the third against Costa Rica. Brazil would win Belgium, England and Turkey and would make it to the final, with Roberto Carlos playing every minute of these games. He would also play all 90 minutes on the final against Germany, where Brazil won 2-0 with Ronaldo scoring both goals. At the end of the tournament he was named on the best 11 of the World Cup. Real Madrid would continue transferring in the best players available. In 2002 Ronaldo would join the club and another La Liga title would be added. In 2003 Los Blancos would sign David Beckham. Despite having one of the best squads in Europe, Real Madrid would remain trophyless in 2004, 2005 and 2006. By that time, Zidane had retired while Fico had left the club. During the summer of 2006, Roberto Carlos travelled with the national team to Germany, but Brazil would lose against France in the quarter-final. That would have been the last game for Roberto Carlos with the national team, as he announced his retirement after the game. With Real Madrid he managed to win one more La Liga in 2007, which would have been his last season with the club. Roberto Carlos scored a crucial winner against Huelva in injury time 3 rounds before the season ended. The goal was proved vital as Real Madrid finished level with Barcelona, but Los Blancos won the title due to better head-to-head results against the Catalans. After he left Real Madrid, he joined Turkish club Fenerbahce. He would remain there for 2.5 seasons but only managed to win 2 Super Cups. In January of 2010 he returned in Brazil for Corinthians and spent 1 season there. Corinthians put a decent fight for the title but eventually finished third, 3 points behind champion Fluminense. In February of 2011 he returned in Europe, this time for Russian club Anzhi. He would soon become the captain of the team and Anzhi would finish 5th, qualifying to the Europa League for the first time since 2001. He retired from football in January of 2012 and was immediately appointed as director. His first coaching experience took place with Anzhi in August of 2011 when he was given a role as player coach for a very short period. His first managerial role was with Turkish club Sivasspor. He was appointed in June of 2013 and stayed at the club until December of 2014. His next team was another Turkish club, this time Akhisar Belediyespor, in January of 2015. He stayed at the club until the end of the season and he immediately joined Indian club Delhi Dynamos in June of 2015. His team finished 4th and entered the playoffs but lost on the semi-final. His contract was not renewed and since then has not coached another team. Roberto Carlos is one of the best left-backs of all time and one of the best Brazilians. His free kicks and his shots in general are still a talking point by football fans, reporters and pundits. He is a legend for both Real Madrid, where he stayed for 11 years, and the national team of Brazil. Who would you like to watch in the next episode? Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy our work. Thanks for watching.